Alright, you guys are going to absolutely love this, and I'm making this video today just because I want to show you the true nature of women and ultimately show you the right way to carry yourself, so that way when you go on dates, you can text women correctly, you can raise their interest, and you can ultimately know how to be that guy in their eyes, so that way they chase and pursue you, and you can actually have options instead of being the guy left on red, left at the disadvantage, or not knowing how to navigate the game at all. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Casey Zander, and if you followed me across this entire journey, for multiple years now I've been coaching and helping thousands of men across the nation in all areas, masculinity and ultimately navigating female nature, so on and so forth. So with that said, let's dive in. Woman I'm texting, okay, sends me a Twitter of some person, okay, sends me a Twitter message, so I'll post this up right here. She goes, "My praised kink will have me down horrific." And I didn't really know what that meant, but whatever, lingo. "Mess around and call me a good girl, and you'll find my ASS making you smiley face pancakes at the crack of dawn." So basically what she's reiterating is that if you call me a good girl, or like reward behavior, or like, oh, good girl, right? Like you're basically facilitating like a dominating or like a psychologically controlling attractive masculine mannerism. Basically what she's saying is, I very much am prone to liking that, or that turns me on. So I text and I go, "Did that turn you on when I called you that last night?" Because when I was either talking to her on the phone and I said that, or I texted that, and she's like, "Yeah, and this morning." I'm not really playing back into it very much, and I just say something very basic, something generic, such as "love that." So one of the examples that you have to remember is that once you have a woman's imagination or a woman's mind wandering in the right spots, where she's starting to view you as the type of guy that she genuinely wants, you want to start to keep the texting and the interactions brief. And I'm not telling you this to play games. Like the most embarrassing thing is when men truly believe that in order to attract women, they have to play games, such as not replying for long periods of time, or things of that nature, when in actuality, that's extremely low status and low value. The only reason why you should ever be taking long lengths of time, okay, to not reply is because you should actually be focused on your purpose. Like a strong, congruent, convicted, masculine man on his purpose and on his mission is building things for himself. So things that you should be building is things like your wealth, right? Your brand, your legacy. And what you have to remember is that for every single minute you spend focusing on a woman that you're texting just to go on a date or just to keep interest because you're lonely or you feel like you need companionship, is seriously a minute off your life that you lose to craft the reality for yourself that you've always wanted. And the truth is that the majority of men, the reason why they don't have success in life is not even oftentimes because they don't know what to do or they're not lazy. It truly is just because they're focused on the wrong things. And we all only have 24 hours per day. And where you put your time is ultimately where you're going to get results in life. So let's dive in. I keep the text short. Okay, I say, "Love that." She goes, "It excites me a lot." Now, I play dumb a little bit here just because I want to see what type of guys she's used to talking to and ultimately how most guys, aka 99%ers, behave. I go, "Well, don't pretty much all guys talk like that when they're talking to a girl?" She goes, "Not the men that I've talked to, LOL. So what does that mean? That means majority of guys, when they are texting or talking to a woman, are quote unquote beta. Okay? Why is this? It's because most guys don't actually feel as if they are allowed or give themselves the permission to be confident or to be secure within themselves or to be the type of guy who views themselves as attractive. The second that you make that switch for yourself and you just start saying either the affirmation like, "I am an attractive guy," or, "I should be allowed to speak the way I want because it's truthful and I'm actually upfront with my desires and my intentions instead of just constantly beating around the bush getting friend zoned." The second you can come with that raw, authentic self or that raw, authentic truth is the second you're actually going to have success when it comes to dating. So I go, "Don't all men pretty much talk like that when they're talking with a girl?" She goes, "Not the men I've talked to." I go, "Oh, wow, that's unfortunate." She goes, "Not everyone is for it, LOL. I just put a question mark. I think I was busy or I was about to head out of my house, so I didn't care too much." She goes, "I'm sure some men like being by women, so that's maybe why they don't talk that way, I'm guessing." Now, whether she refers to that as like mental, domination, quote unquote, or psychological, regardless, I don't know. But It was the text she said. I just go along with it. I say, I see. Now, instantly, you can see where she will admit desire. She goes, I like when you talk like that. I go, I'm glad you enjoy it. It makes me pleased. So notice the frame. The frame that I'm taking is, it makes me pleased. Well, it makes me happy that you enjoy it. Or essentially, the frames that I've produced are the frames that you can have her enter into, whether that be through text, through voice notes, through voice memo. You have to be okay with being a bit self-serving. And that's oftentimes the reason why, like, an arrogant guy or a guy who is looking out for his best interests oftentimes comes across as the bad boy. It's because he's okay with getting what he wants. Like, I'm here to tell you on this channel, like, that's okay. Like, it's okay to also try to get what you want as well in life, where most guys, they instantly have to be subservient to the other person, or they constantly put other people's needs before themselves. And the takeaway with this is, I truly, like, I'm going to end with a recap at the end of this once I go through more of this text message. She goes, I would not be upset if I heard more. I go, tonight. She goes, yes. So basically, like, what you're seeing is that just by using your words, right? Like, just by inducing certain psychological frames through your words that position you as just a slightly higher value guy than the majority of the rest. You don't have to say anything crazy. You don't have to say anything so out of the box you feel uncomfortable doing it. You just have to be slightly, just a little bit more edgy than most guys. And if you even have that edge just to by 1 to 5%, it's going to be enough for her to notice. It's going to be enough for her to actually think, hey, this is the type of guy who just gets it. And when you actually show that you're okay with being self-serving a little bit, or when you're okay with being confident or cocky just a little bit, here's what it shows. Number one, it shows that you're okay and ambitious and willing to go after what you want. But the reason why I really want you to shift your persona and your personality into this is because you have to understand one thing. If you can't do these things with as simple as texting a girl, right? How is it that you ever expect to be self-serving enough, or you expect to be ambitious enough or dominant enough with a force of your own life in order to go after what you think you deserve financially, build the type of business that you want to build, attack life head on? Like, it's okay to be a dude who actually wants to maximize his own life. And the only way to do that is you have to have that edge to you. You have to put yourself first in order to go out and build your body and spend those hours in the gym. You have to put yourself first to go out and build the business and the lifestyle that you want. You have to put yourself first to induce the frames that give you a masculine persona when you're talking to the types of women that you want to attract. And it is not until you do these things that you will actually have the ability to command the lifestyle and the status and the attention from the actual people that you want into your life. So that way you can develop options and be the chooser, not just the guy sitting back waiting to be chosen. That is a text message interaction, something brief, something you can see where they will admit genuine desire based off of you just saying the right things in the right specific order. This channel is going to be getting a very big overhaul very soon, and for the second half here of 2022 to help you guys to the maximum capability. And with that said, what we're doing is I'm doing one of my very first ever launches. This is the very first ever hat and t-shirt combo that I've ever came out with, and this is going to be the first ever launch. So you can see I have limited supply and limited inventory. This drops July 1st. For everybody who is a Masculinity Blueprint Accelerator client, you are going to get early access via email to this merchandise drop 24 hours sooner. And also, if you're on my Headman Nation newsletter, if you click the link inside of this and you hop into that newsletter, you're going to get access to this 24 hours earlier too. So what do the hats look like? Well, we have a dad hat combination, and this is custom embroidery. This is threaded embroidery. These hats will last a long time. This is a cotton dad hat blend. Over here, what you're going to notice is I also have trucker hats. Okay, these trucker hats, once again, it's embroidered. It has a mesh backing, and I seriously don't have a lot of inventory. Like, the small little supply that you see down here is the very first ever launch, because I don't know how this is going to do. But because of that, the cool thing is that this is literally the very first ever official merchandise drop that I've ever had. So I'm super excited to give it to you guys and show you it. And then last but not least is going to be my first ever logo t-shirt. It's something clean, okay? It's a polyester and cotton blend. It's super soft. It wicks away moisture. And they look good, right? They're form-fitting. So in the next couple days, I'll show you what they look like on me, what they look like on others. July 1st, mark your calendars. Guys, hit the like button, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.